Yeah, I need to get back to uploading some recordings to YouTube, but I want to get this off my chest, so to speak, and revisit the business plan. The business plan is to start up a going concern that mints regularly mints NFTs, and yeah, that's the target. That's what we're going for. Again, I want to be able to mint 4 to 12 issues of uh, NFTs every month. And it's not hard to do necessarily. Uh, it on Fiverr you can there's a very generous guy that programmed up some tools for automating making like collections of say 10,000 NFTs, um, and uh, it's a very powerful tool. But on Fiverr, there's dozens and dozens of people that are offering the service of, they evidently have that engine, they have that installed, and so they'll provide the service of cranking through your details, specifications, and return you like 10,000, a collection of 10,000 NFTs that are all set to be uploaded to, say, Solana or OpenSea Solana. Again, I'm trying to stay away from Bitcoin and Ethereum. Sure, they're the backbone, so to speak, of cryptocurrency, but as a systems developer, I don't like some qualities they have. Solana is the current thing with uh, a handful of tokens like Immutable X and Avalanche and Arbitrum. They're coming up fast, but when I check their NFT markets, it's not what we want to go for yet. But anyhow, so you can get these services and they'll return evidently all ready to upload. Um, Now, what's been holding me up, because I got such a person on the line, so to speak, um, is you need to provide them with some elements. Like a typical one is like a face. That's what I've been working on, a face. And let's see, what my prototypes were using was hats, eyes, mouth. I think that's about all for my first proof of concept project. But people are doing it with like 2 dozen such things. So hats one, eyes is one, possibly nose, but mouth would be one. Um, and typically you can change the background too. So there's like three right there. Well, uh, people will use like 2 dozen attributes and and crank out collections. See, the target for this market is to make them collectible, because you want people to be buying and selling them and such. Because I'll interject here, if you don't know what I'm talking about. It's about smart contracts, and in a smart contract, you can do things like when your NFTs get exchanged, bought and sold. We can scrape off like 1% of the transaction for ourselves and have it sent to our wallet. One of the real powerful things. So not only do we want to create collectible collections that people want to buy because, well, they're collecting, and Uh, but we want to encourage them being traded too. So that might take some brainstorming. And once we get the business plan up and running, I've got a strong background in like affiliate marketing and what's being called digital marketing. I know it's on alignable and stuff. When you look at, well, who's in my area I might be able to connect with and stuff, there's like dozens and dozens and dozens of ones that are marketing themselves as digital marketing consultants. So one another reason why I'm not trying to go for that market. Point is, once we get some content created and we've got characters going into franchises, um, I know a lot of techniques we can encourage trading and such, promotion, you know, get our content in front of eyeballs, that kind of thing. It's one of the things you learned early on with like Web 1.0. And it's true. It's true. It's not just an internet thing. I mean, it's true with magazines and all kinds of different business plans. But forgot what I was saying. So anyhow, that is my active project. I need workers. I can't get very far on it on my own. I'm still, yeah. So that's the target. It should be fairly easily done, within a day or two and such. But you still have to. It's the specifications that holds up my projects mostly, because garbage in, garbage out. If you don't create quality specifications, don't blame the outsourced vendor that's you're allocating the work to. You haven't told them how to do it, or I should say what to do. It's more what to do than how. You don't necessarily need to know how they do it. So so that's Unicorn Mint. That's what I'm calling it. LLCs is a whole nother area, and bylaws. I gotta start covering bylaws at some point. I need a paralegal to be my legal eagle. Okay, let's not get distracted with that. So that's very doable, and it's a doorway into a universe of opportunity, because NFTs, smart contracts, tokens, all that stuff. Um, there's tip of the iceberg, or maybe tip of the Titanic. I don't know, but what we're currently working on, what the new stuff is just the tip of the iceberg. There's just the under the water or whatever. If the water's the future, say, it's just huge. It's huge, incredible opportunities. And probably these kind of opportunities won't come this way again for another 100 years or so. So 2024. Oh, did I mention this is June 6th? It's a Thursday. I was tempted to call it 7. Um, so that's if we do that, that will crank out enough revenue to fund whatever else we want to do. Um, See, I need workers. I need people that understand this vision, understand the potential. Don't let the 20th century paradigm stuff hold you back. But if people can't understand what I'm talking about, then it probably won't work out anyhow. Um, so that's the main business plan there. initial business plan, not the overall business plan or the many. I got hundreds of business plans in this mind of mine, if it is my mind. Um, but there's a fad going on right now. Actually, the initial fad was 2 or 3 years ago, but I'll still call it a fad in that it may not. Now's the time to strike. 2, 3 years from now, it may not be profitable to do it. And that's meme tokens, and not as opposed to meme coins, but meme tokens. With very quickly within a day, we can produce, release, mint uh, meme tokens, and when I'm thinking of these business plan and mini business plan and yada yada yada, I'm thinking in terms of 30,000 a project, net gain of 30,000 a project. Maybe gross. Get the gross first and then worry about the net gain. Well, not necessarily, because um, you don't want to go into a business plan where you think, all right, we'll put everything into this and get it running and trust that the net gains will be there, and then you get it up and running and it's like, this isn't really worth it. And I've got entrepreneurial case studies I could, from my own journal or file or whatever. Um, but that should be doable for quick cash. Let's see. Then there's so much more to this. So the meme token should allow us to get some quick cash in hand within month, like say 2 or 3 months or less. I mean, I'm padding things here to be generous. But what we're really in the business of is minting those regular NFTs while we learn about smart contracts and move into the beyond of Web3. Because what we're talking about here is basically Web3 technology. So once we have that, what I want to do is move towards ways to make our meme tokens into utility tokens. What's a utility token? Not that much different than a meme token, except for you can use it for, so what's the utility? The ability to use things, right? So now this meme, and again, there's currently a case study going on that I'm in, and is supposed to go to the moon, and I see reasons why it could, and that is Shiba Inu. Let's talk about Shiba Inu. We'll talk about that next. I gotta bounce.